Hello and welcome to KOllOK.
Once a beautiful place. Now, nothing more than an idea. Like myself. A dream. My father and I built a utopia, suspended between the forces of chaos and order. Our sacrifice ushered in peace and prosperity to this cherished place. Until those fucking juveniles broke the world. Just look at what their hubris left us with.
Calm greetings to alkalites and happy Tenor Day. Teenagers may be a thing of the past, but we can still have a sweet 16 party. Today, we celebrate 16 years of peace, 16 years of harmony, 16 years since a misguided rebellion that jeopardized your remaining years was swiftly eradicated from this earth, freeing our scientists, allowing them to cure you of that horrible disease. Harmonia will always make sure your every need is met. Well, as long as you don't stray too far from the path laid out by your territory's great apostles. So, celebrate today in an orderly fashion with peace, joy, and love. Oh, remember, Harmonia is here with you till our very
Bullshit.
end.
Bullshit! At one point, my world could have been mistaken for yours. Now, it's clenched in a fascist fist, slowly drained to its inevitable death. I won't allow it. This is the story of how I saved America's broken heart.
We begin again. Our ascended crew has been traveling for nearly a week. Life's effigy, Sid's effigy, the effigy thing, led them east, hitching a ride on a trade ship down the Mississippi to the Big Easy. The effigy made it clear it was best to never set foot in the waste. It's a dangerous and lawless place. Santa Muerta is a territory filled with life of all kinds. The people down here have made what appears to be a comfortable merge with nature. A land filled with deeply spiritual people. Our travelers have mostly kept to the night skies. Worried Harmonia or CXG, a Woot, Isaac, hell, anyone might still be looking for them. So I have to know, Mallory Jenkins, what drives you forward?
What drives me forward is possibilities and figuring out what I want and trying to figure out a way to undo what my friends did.
Interesting. C-Dubs, what drives you forward?
A chance to undo the things I've done. I believe, I think I believe that we can still do good change. Still deciding if I want to kill my dad. Probably do. Probably really do. And honestly, getting a chance to right wrongs with Sid would be cool. Won't happen. Would be cool.
Sid, what drives you forward?
What drives me forward is curiosity. I didn't choose to be born in this world, but I at least I think I deserve to know why everything is the way it is, and I just want to see what happens.
After our Ascended pushed through the bustling city of the Big Easy, they trekked through what felt like hundreds of miles of swamp. Life appears to be well connected, because nearly everywhere you go, there's some almost mute drone of a human waiting for you, with whatever it is you need most: transport. The effigy has advised to remain off the highways, given their many Harmonia checkpoints. So a flat-bottom boat with a creepy guide at the helm it is. This swamp. You would not have read about it in any textbooks, as if you spent time with those in the first place. But Mallory, it is wild to think about how much this country has changed over your 30-year absence. This was once Texas, you think. And if it was not for Sid, you all would be dead by now. Her time alone in the wilderness having prepped her for this kind of excursion, or her many years of being left alone in a dangerous place to fend for herself. That being said, Sid, this is different. This is a swamp. It's a tricky place, a place you're unfamiliar with. Food is scarce. You weren't really trained to survive off this kind of flora either. Everything seems just a little bit dangerous. Can you roll your cognition for me, please, Sid? Difficulty of 6.
7.
You also find it dangerous because of the smell. There's oil, a small film of it, sitting on top of the water. Every once in a while, as your light grazes across the surface, you see that rainbow black reflection, reflecting that night sky. It's toxic. The trunks of the trees you pass, they look like tombstones, sticking out of the black, murky water. And then you hear it, faint in the distance. A gunshot.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Gunshot.
Yeah.
We should...
The man driving the boat cuts the engine. As you look back at him, he's just... listening. Another. And as you peer out across the swamp, a sign of human life. A slight flicker of a flame, like that of a small torch sitting high above the waterline. The man in the back speaks for the first time. I don't like that.
Yeah, is there a way to go around?
I don't like that at all. And then through this quiet, dead swamp, you hear the faint sounds of a woman sobbing.
Sid, you're the gunny here. We don't have another gunny.
That sounds like someone
That's
is in
somebody.
trouble.
Yeah, we should go help them.
We should go, right?
Cautiously, we don't know who they are.
Hey, Guy, can we need to go help them. Can you get us over there?
Okay, you're the boss. As the motor turns back on and you start to move forward, the light goes dim and the sobbing stops. You've been spotted.
Great.
Hello? We're just trying to pass through. Is everything okay?
The generator.
You hear this voice echoing across the water.
The generator. One moment. Let me start the generator.
You see this flame light back up, moving across what appears to be a dock. You hear her footsteps on old, hardened wood. As you then hear the pull and strain of an old two-stroke engine. As she's trying to get the generator up and running, it starts to sputter. As it then levels out.
Oh, okay.
Is everything okay? What's happening?
One by one, across this swamp, lights start flicking on as you now see before you what appears to be a small shanty town sitting just above the water. You're now enveloped in light. As the man cuts the engine again and you start slowly floating your way towards the dock. C-Dubs, can you roll your cognition for me, please? Difficulty of 4.
Okay. Sync.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary, other than you do recognize that there's some advanced equipment on the sides of these buildings. Extremely advanced to be out here. A tower on top, and clearly they've run power through the swamp, but this is all that you gather.
Ma'am, are you okay? What's going on here?
Thank God you're here. Did you see it? Did you see it? It took him. Did you see it?
What?
You
Words.
see now this woman standing on the edge of the dock. She's wearing a green jumpsuit, holding a small torch, despite the fact that the lights have now kicked on. It's probably the nerves.
Did you see it?
What should we have seen? I don't.
What? It took him off into the swamp. I hit him in the foot. In the food storage locker, and it happened so quickly. It happened so fast, and my husband was in the mess hall. The generator went out, and then it started, and I didn't get a good look at the creature. But I could hear it, and as quick as it started, it was over, and I grabbed my rifle and shot at it, but there were no more bullets. I didn't know what else to do. My husband, it took him. Please, you have to help. Please, we could catch it.
We want to help. We want to help.
As you say this, Mallory, the boat starts slowly drifting into the dock. As it does, an eerie sensation can be felt along the back of your neck. Like just before a lightning strike, something primordial in your reptile brain shooting adrenaline through your system. Perhaps a warning. You see nothing, just the subtle and gentle undercut of the wake pulling you into the dock. But as you start to slide in, you do realize now through the black, reflective water, there's boats down there, fresh, stripped boats, pieces of wood floating around you. You see claw marks, or what could be claw marks, some kind of marks breaking apart pieces of wood on this dock. And then you notice the blood, the entrails, pieces, bits of things on her jumpsuit.
What happened? What was it? Like an alligator? I don't know. What kind of creature?
Tell us what you saw.
What happened?
My husband. It took him, please. Please, I need your help. We could catch it. Now, I have food. You can have it. You can have whatever supplies you want.
What kind of food?
I have all for anything that you need. I just want my husband back.
Okay.
Please, 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 you can have anything.
I want to talk to the boat. I would just be like, are you aware of these creatures? What?
Lots of things in the swamp. Lots of things in the swamp.
Oh, I don't like swamps. What is...
As she goes to reach out her hand
Please, I'll show you.
to try to help you up on the dock, it's as if a light bulb goes off, a distraction, a scattered mind, as she very quickly retracts and starts to run to the other side of the dock.
Okay, I start running after her.
I guess we'll follow.
We
her.
just immediately trust this person?
No, but we're trying. You do what you do best and get ready to shoot people, and you've taught him. So you.
Yeah, I'm ready. Well, we should
Be careful. I feel like we're constantly trusting new people so fucking easily.
She seems like she needs our help.
We have to be better than we used to be.
All right.
The man at the back of the boat is already starting to tie the boat off at the side of the dock. He sits back down. He's clearly not getting up and going with you. You hear her calling out from the other side of the dock.
Help! Please! Please, I'll show you.
Let's go towards it. Let's go.
Because I want to know about this generator.
Thank you.
As you start walking across the dock, you see her now. There's a brief kind of small opening in the middle. These buildings set up in somewhat of a square. And on the opposing side, there's a small office. It's still, even with the lights on, there's a dimness to this place. The only light emitting from the inside, that of the computer she's hunched over.
What is this? How did you get this computer? Like, what is this?
What are you? Who are you working for?
Listen, I work for a facility.
As she's saying this, you can see that she's scrolling through footage. And C-Dubs, can you roll your cognition for me, please? Difficulty of 4. She has some sort of jog as she's sitting there moving to the left and to the right, scanning. So that's a 1.
Sync.
Let me see here. If you do have 4 tokens available.
Let's use them.
So you use 3 just to get by. This is clearly, C-Dubs, a research facility. You recognize that. There's something trying to be discovered here. It could be scientific, it's hard to say. You don't see any markings of CXG or synchronity, but you are compelled to ask.
Hey, look at me. What's your name?
I'm Juno Demi.
What is this facility?
It's a facility documenting the changing landscape and how it's adapting to the old Houston oil deep wells that drain thousands of gallons of oil into the wetlands each day. Now, we all assumed that the tsunami's destruction of the pipelines in '91 would have had a catastrophic consequence. But now, all these years later, nature seems to be adapting, and somehow there is life here. And that life has my husband. So you're gonna help me, or you're just gonna stay here?
Are you with synchronicity?
Synchronity.
Synchronity?
I need your help. Please, there's no time to waste.
How would you like us to help?
I need you to come with me. Please, there's a
Just
crossbow.
come with you into a creepy alley, and then
No.
you have some other little thing going on over there?
I can't do this alone. Clearly, I can't do this alone. I need your help. You have the boat.
Juno, can you roll your cognition for me, please? Difficulty of 4. Your cognition would be this one.
D3.
Is that a 3?
Yes.
Let's see if you have any tokens available. If somebody might want to help you in this situation.
Please.
You do have 1 token available, which will be just enough to succeed.
I'll use it.
You stop the video feed. You see it. A trail of destruction. Now, unfortunately, with the generator off, there was no way to receive the feed of it leaving, but now that the generator's come back on, you can clearly see at this part of the swamp a clear line to you all on this video monitor. It appears almost like a rocket had traveled through these woods. This camera sees kind of a half crescent halo on each side of the tree line, just pushing deep into the swamp.
Why is everything stupid and creepy?
So what do you need us to do? You have weapons? We're hunting? Let's hunt. Let's get it.
I have a crossbow. And I'm gonna grab this briefcase kit with the biohazard label on the outside of it, and sadly there's no bullets in it. Not like it will do much, but at least you have something.
A biohazard label?
We'll take it.
Thank you. We're gonna need all the help that we can get.
I don't know who's telling the boat guy, but is he gonna?
Hey, boat guy.
He's on the other side of the dock. Would you like to go over to him?
Yeah.
So you do. And who takes the crossbow?
Do you know how to use the crossbow?
We'll give it to Mallory.
I don't think you want me to have the crossbow.
Mallory,
Okay.
take the crossbow.
Okay. I'm sure. I'll take it.
You are the most capable fighter that we have right now, Sid, on the team, and so I am going
I'll take
to
the.
trust
Okay.
it.
All
Just
right.
like
you.
awkwardly with
Okay.
like one hand.
I just thought it'd be funny if you had it. Obviously, I'm going to take the crossbow.
Are you guys gonna be okay with the crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna be just fine with the crossbow.
We'll be fine.
I would have been totally fine with the crossbow, just for the record, but
I just wanted him to take 1 shot.
I think it would be better if.
Sid, this creature, it took out the whole station, so don't even think twice. Just put it down.
Okay.
All right?
Do we have just like a regular gun for him? Because I feel like he does better with just like a regular gun.
You do not.
No, we don't.
The guns were kind of Reed and Rose thing.
Yeah.
I'll just do what I could. I don't know. I could lure it out. I'll be like a distraction.
You understand how dangerous that is.
No, it's fine. It's usually fine.
You hear the boat start. Are we going or not?
Please, we have to get going. My husband, he's taken my husband.
Which way do we need to go?
him.
What direction?
You would be able to follow the trail of destruction that it left.
Let's follow it.
Yeah, let's go.
So you all hop in the boat. Juno sits in the middle, her metal briefcase between her legs, and you start heading north, deeper into the swamp. The operator of this boat, he has no problem following the trail. The destruction is quite evident, clear as day, despite the dark night. The trees nearly uprooted as it passed. But you have a moment as you travel, as you follow.
So what do you and your husband do? What? You're some kind of researchers or something?
Roll your charm for me, please, Mallory. And if you don't mind, Juno, roll your brains for me. That's going to be, underneath is the labels for each of the die on the paper there.
It's 13. And I rolled a 3.
A 3. You don't have to tell him anything that he asks you if you don't want to. He has no power over you whatsoever. He's not very charming. But I will say, as he starts talking to you on this ride, something seems off about him. In the chaos of the moment that preceded it, you didn't really take a chance to notice, but now, as he starts talking to you, asking you questions, and you're sitting close to him, something's off. Roll your cognition for me, please.
This one?
No, it's gonna be right here. Difficulty of 5.
Sync.
At the moment, you can't quite place it. You just recognize that something's not right about this one. You put it in the back of your mind for now. Stay on the task at hand. There's a mission.
So what's his name? What can you tell us about him?
I promise in due time I will tell you everything. Right now we have to focus. We have to focus on finding this creature and my husband. My husband's life is at stake. We're here because we have work to do, very vital work.
What kind of work?
The work that ensures our survival for the future. Please, you have to trust me.
Now, she had already told you what kind of work she does. Are you pressing, or did you just forget? You are pressing. Can you roll your cognition for me, Sid? Difficulty of 12.
Sync.
She already told you what she does for work. Now, Juno, there is something that sticks out in your mind. Something you want to circle back on that, now that you've had a little bit of time to think about it, it should have surprised you, should have taken you off guard, that this group of strangers traveling out in the swamp at night asked you if you worked for Synchronity. You have a history with Synchronity and the Bennetts.
I do have one question. Is the crossbow going to be enough? That looked like some nasty stuff back there.
Can you roll your brains for me, please? Difficulty of 5.
Uh, 18.
You would remember that Synchronity passed on a project of yours, the work you were doing. That you think Marcus is a twat and Laura is a genius whose talents are being wasted on some nostalgic crap when she could be doing real work that's actually helping people. These are all things you remember.
What we need right now is concrete facts that will give us the results that we need. And Dr. Laura Bennett is an absolute genius, but her talents are going to waste for this nostalgic faff.
Stop, Laura. Wow, that's a lot all at once.
Why does it always come down to a minute?
Just listen to me. Marcus, her brother, is an absolute prick.
Oh.
He only wishes that he has the intelligence that his sister, even half of what she has.
I mean, I can agree with that for sure.
He said her research was a fool's errand. He has absolutely no idea. Now, my husband is out there right now. I don't know what we're up against, but I need your help. I can't do this on my own.
Do you not want to work with a Bennett? I'm as smart as any Bennett.
Well, I'm gonna need your help.
It's kind of what we do now.
The longer we stay here, we're wasting vital time. This is about our future and our survival. And you guys know that the clock is ticking. Please, you have to help me.
Oh, The man from the back says quietly, "Shh. Quiet. You hear that?"
What?
Did you hear that?
Swamp?
Oh my God. He might still be alive. Please, we have to move. Please, now.
Quiet. Quiet. He slowly reaches down to his side and pulls out a paddle as he starts drifting the boat through the water in that general direction. I'm gonna run that motor. Be quiet. There's a silence in this swamp, with the motor off and just the push of the water underneath the boat. A calmness. No life. No birds. No leaves to be blown in the wind. Just the quiet sound of the water lapping against the aluminum boat. And the occasional
Doesn't sound good.
close.
I'm sure he's fine.
Mallory, you know that's somebody dying.
This doesn't sound possible, please. Do you have the crossbow, Sid?
Yeah, I have the crossbow.
As the boat starts drifting deeper, the trees start to curl around you, tightening like fingers grasping. It gets darker as even the light of the stars can't reach you here. And again, that quiet until you feel the slight stop of the boat, ever so subtle. You've gone aground, but you can still hear the water gently pushing around you. There's land in front of you and a deep wooden tunnel.
I'm gonna get off the boat and start creeping forward.
Mallory Jenkins lifts himself off the boat.
It's fine. We have
You hear his feet splash one at a time into the water.
Careful.
And then you hear it coming from inside C-Dub's bag.
Get it moving.
Hello. Who is that?
You hear a voice over the phone. That phone's never rang. Not once.
Who is it?
Who is this?
There's no response. Just a quiet.
They just said leave me alone. No one has this number. Marcus has this number. AJ has this number. No one has this number.
What?
I mean, maybe we have bigger problems to worry about than someone prank calling.
You hear as the boat quickly jumps to the left and to the right. The lash of the boat takes you out of the moment. As you look behind you, the driver is no longer there. Just a sound of a splash as he hits the water.
All right. Please, quickly, we have to move before it takes him or whatever digs that knife in.
The effigy tugs on your shoulder, Sid. Juno, you see this small wooden creature next to Sid's neck pull on her collar as it whispers, "Sid,
What?
there's life in there,
Sid.
and there's not life in there. It reeks of aberration."
That's great. What do I do with that information? Quickly.
The boat starts to sway and shift to the left and to the right. It's trying to pull you back.
Everyone out.
Into the
Everyone
water.
out of the goddamn boat now.
Roll your flight for me, please, each and every one of you. Difficulty of 5. That includes you, Juno.
The fight?
Flight.
5.
4.
4.
Swim.
Who are the 4s?
2.
Me.
Mallory.
Mallory, you have tokens available if you'd like to use
I
them.
would use 1.
And Sid, you do as well. You all safely exit the boat. As you jump onto the shore, and as you land, the boat starts to pull, lashing in the water. You can just hear the as it starts pushing to the left and to the right. You hear no screams from the man who was on the back, but then all of a sudden, it stops as quickly as it began. And again, only the sound of the waves crashing against the aluminum and the gravel shore.
We need to move forward. We need to get away from the
Forward, quickly. Sid, you have the weapon. You take point. Next, it will be me. Mallory. And then Juno, you go last.
I have the crossbow ready.
You hear the sound of the man screaming from deeper within. He's not that far away, maybe 100 yards, his voice starting to pierce through the thicket.
Let's go. What are we waiting for?
We're going. Go.
Listen, you'll only get one shot at this. Okay? It'll have to take shape to attack, and that's when you hit it with this syringe. Take shape? What does that mean?
A syringe?
Yes, take the syringe. And when it starts to take shape, you hit it. You've only got one chance.
I'll take it. Give me the syringe.
You? Okay. All right.
As you start walking down this wooden tunnelway, you hear the sound of sloshing kind of gravel, wet. But as Sid takes out her lighter and kind of points it down towards the ground, you can see that it's blood. Not water, not oil, but the reflective red surface of blood. And just a little bit further up ahead on that trail, Sid, you see a body, mangled.
Sid.
Skin torn from its legs. As the light slowly traverses up its side, you see that these symbols that you do not recognize have been carved into the flesh. Juno, can you roll your cognition for me, please? Difficulty of 5.
4.
Would you like to succeed that? The audience has been in your favor.
Thank you.
This is an interesting specimen. You recognize him, though you share that with no one. You have the torch with you, just in case something like this might have happened. So you take out the small laser torch and start to cut open the flesh along the rib cage, and scoop out a small sample that you put back inside the briefcase.
Juno, do we really have time for that? Juno, what are you doing?
I am so impressed.
Juno, what are you doing?
Is this your
I see what you're trying. I see you're trying to make sense of it all, really. I am so impressed, but cutting up Gary isn't going to get you any closer to the answers.
She's whispering to something up in front of you. You can't see it, not yet. But as you take 2 steps forward with that lighter, Sid, you see another body, suspended, hanging from this nest's makeshift ceiling by vines. Again, blood dripping out, the symbols carved in its chest, abdomen, and thighs. An experiment for something. And then, much to your surprise,
Oh my God.
starts coughing up blood. This person is alive. Perhaps the individual who was screaming before.
Do we have first aid? What the fuck? We have to have first aid. We have first aid training, so that's something that we can do. Emergency.
He's looking directly at Juno. You did this. You bitch, you did this.
Please, don't. What did you do? Don't kill me like you did my husband, please. Run!
She says this as a creature appears now, making itself visible to you, where it was visible only to Juno before. This form, like that of a black cloud.
Mallory.
Sid, it's taking shape, for God's sake, now!
Mallory,
It
run.
slowly starts becoming a little bit more opaque, as this steamy black cloud molds, folds, congeals into something that almost resembles a human form, except limbs start growing out of this steam black cloud. Limbs that should not be able to hold such a large object's weight. 10 feet long as they start piercing out into the ground, and they begin walking, emitting from this pounded meat center mass. And then an eye starts to pull forward in this mass, and then another,
Mallory.
and then another.
Come on. Run.
It rings again.
Run. What? What?
For God's sake, now!
As you're holding this phone, it pops and sizzles as the voice coming through it caused it to almost emit into an immediate flame. As it drops to the ground, this creature immediately runs directly past you, C-Dubs, making a beeline directly towards Juno. Juno, I need you to roll your flight for me, please. Difficulty of 6.
10.
You start running. And at the moment, successfully, as Juno just starts immediately sprinting back towards the boat, this creature beelines directly past all of you.
What do we do? We need to get this guy down.
Sid.
He has the syringe.
Yes.
I have the crossbow.
Yes. I have the just being me, so you sneak. Sneaking is what you do.
I'm gonna try to get out of its line of sight.
You have a ability, correct? Would you like to use it?
Do I have 3 tokens?
You have 4. So you'd like to use your sneak ability.
Yeah, my deception.
So you disappear into the shadows. You have the crossbow, and she just kind of walks back away from you.
I have to go help her. I have. She gave me this, right? This must be how we get it. We take it down. I have to go, and I just want to start sprinting after them.
Mallory starts running directly after it. C-Dubs, before you is this man who's just bleeding out and coughing. Help! Please!
Hey,
Help!
Hey, look at me. It's gonna be okay. C-Dubs walks over, grabs him, and removes him from where he's hanging, and lays him down.
As you start pulling him down from this, you have to wonder. Roll your cognition for me, please. Difficulty of 4, C-Dubs.
2.
You have 3 tokens available. You have to wonder, is this the husband? And as you ask this, he looks at you bewildered, confused. Why? No, she made that. She made it.
She made it.
got out. It got out.
She made it.
Back at the boat, the creature pauses as Juno stands on the back, pulling on the motor, as if she's trying to start the engine. And this creature starts to form itself again as one long leg pierces out again from the meaty flesh as it pushes down on the front of the boat. And you feel yourself, Juno, almost sliding to the front as the back end of this boat starts reaching up into the sky.
For God's sake, help! Sid! Mallory!
Mallory,
Now!
roll your flight for me, please. Difficulty of 5.
3.
You have tokens. Would you like to use them?
Yes.
You have 8 tokens.
I'll use 2 of them.
You'll use 2. Okay, great. You find yourself running up on this scene just as you see this creature pushing its leg down on the front of this boat as Juno appears like she's about to fall from the front of it directly into the multiple arms that are growing out of this fleshy thing's form. What do you do, Mallory?
I don't even hesitate. I want to just try and stab the closest part of it to me, just with the syringe, and just plunge it in.
You take the syringe and plunge it directly into the back of the calf of this monster. And as you do, it stops. Its whole gelatinous meat-like form turns, multiple eyeballs starting to form and grow out of the front, looking directly towards you. And as it tries to grow another arm to lash out towards your neck, as you take a step back, you see that some sort of bubble-like residue starts to grow from this calf muscle up, pushing and turning as if tearing apart the molecular structure of this creature itself. As these bubbles start to pop and grow like balloons from inside the flesh, its arm retracts back in. It starts shifting, changing again, as its body then moves to the side of the boat as the boat comes smacking down into the water as the waves ripple out along the shore, as it starts lashing in the water, screaming, trying. Juno, roll your flight for me, please. Difficulty of 7.
7.
Right on the money. Juno reaches into the water and is able to grab that mechanical syringe. As she lifts it up, you can see Juno. The cylinder on the side is filled with blood. You have the sample you need.
Thanks for your help. Thank you so much. If you make it back to the facility, the food is all yours. Thank you.
What do you mean?
As she then very easily starts the boat. It wasn't a problem for her. Roll your cognition, Mallory. We'll see how long it takes you to pick up on what's going on. Difficulty of 6.
5. I'll use 1 token.
She knew how to start the boat. She was playing. She was using you. And as she says this, and as you're standing there watching this creature lash out between you and the boat itself, she starts to slowly back away, turn the boat, and ride.
Hey,
back
what
out
the
into
fuck?
swamp.
I just want to start scooching back away from the monster.
You do.
C-dubs! Sid, hello!
As you all are coming, or C-dubs, you start making your way out of that tunnel. You have important news for Mallory, but it appears it might be too late.
Juno left with the boat!
Yeah, we got that.
You can hear this monster screaming and lashing out in the water as it continues struggling, as it starts finding a way to reform itself, pushing itself back up out of the water. C-dubs, you can see Juno and this boat glistening in the starlight as it starts moving away further down the swamp, as you hear echoing out through the swamp one final goodbye from her.
Thank you.
Fuck you!
Thank you! You make it back! Everything in the vicinity is yours! The food, everything!
Hey, I didn't mean anything by the jab in the leg, man. I'm so that was a trick. We got tricked, so I'm so sorry about that. I'm just
So
we
now
can let
C-Dubs
bygones be bygones, right?
starts walking out of the dark of the forest, and you can see that C-Dubs is like not by herself. Draped around her is the man that was previously
Yes,
hung up from
his
before.
name is Gary.
Hi, y'all. So
It's growing. What are we doing?
Your boss
He starts
fucking
freaking
Gary.
out. There is a monster in you about to lash out at you. You're a little calm. Roll your grit for me, please.
oh no, I just think that C-Dub's kind of really tired of everybody right now.
It's going to be a difficulty of 7.
Swim,
Roll it again.
swim. Oh, sink.
That's okay. That succeeds just at that amount. Despite the intensity of this moment, despite the monster getting closer and closer to Mallory, starting to reform its body, pulling itself up out of this swamp, C-Dub seems unbothered. Sid, what are you doing?
So the creature, is it in the water right now?
It's in the water,
And
yes.
is this the same water that has
the
oil
same?
on
It is the swamp water from
Okay.
where you came.
I think I want to light an arrow and use the crossbow.
Just tell me what you're doing.
I light the arrow, I put it on the crossbow, and I aim for it as best as I can.
You see from the corner of your eye a light emit. Sid had disappeared into the shadows and apparently perched herself over to the side, waiting for an opportune moment as she lights the tip of this crossbow and lets it fly directly towards this creature. A flame takes over the swamp. The oil ignites around the creature as it starts being torn, pulled, molecule by molecule by the flame. And then the fire begins to spread, and spread, and spread,
We gotta go, right?
pushing its way further, deeper into the swamp.
Hey, Gary, what's the fastest way out of here, man? Do you know?
We gotta go further north. The land here. Can somebody help? I'm bleeding a lot.
I don't have a first aid kit, but we could rip something off our thing
we're
and tie it
ripping
around
some
him.
stuff on stuff.
That creature is Dr. Dimmy made it. She went too far.
You guys see why I'm trust issues? You see that yet?
They seem like they were in trouble. It doesn't matter. We gotta go.
Yeah, we do.
They always go too far. Let's go. And I knew you could do that.
Thank you.
He was about to tell you how and why, but you seem more interested in leaving.
Sorry, Gary, what do you have to
Uninterested
say?
in his
We gotta
conversation.
talk and walk. We gotta like sorkin it.
The man can't walk. Will need to be carried.
I'll help.
You pick him up. You have a limp, by the way. A bad one. But you begin carrying him deeper into the woods. And as you walk, he tells you the story of how Dr. Dimmy had found something in the oil. Found something within it. Grafted it to the human genome. That creature was a man. Or at least he used to be. He tells you how the energy is off. The balance is off. That something's not right. They realized that, and Dr. Dimmy exploited it. Her intentions were good, looking for a cure to dementia as the human species starts slowly aging out of existence. And they found something unexpected. We'll be right back with part 2. began again. Our ascended crew has been traveling for nearly a week. They followed the Missouri River north to the edge of Far West's reach, where they made a daring cross into the eastern border of the waste. Upon entering the waste, they no longer felt the need to travel by night or to remain hidden. It's a lawless and desolate place, with plains and dry ground that stretch far past the sunset. Though they do not travel without fear. Every interaction is a tense one. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but here, people's basic needs are far from met. Supply lines are scarce. Some communities felt that underneath Harmonia's watchful eye, there was nowhere to go. So here it's nowhere to be found. They would have it no other way. In the waste is where we find our misfits, our countercultures of all kinds. Those that would rather live under tyrannical gang rule as long as the illusion of personal freedoms remain. Around the forgotten town of North Platte, Nebraska, they scored or boosted a supply van that gave them ample room to breathe. Those 12 hours on the road west were the most relaxing and favorable time they've spent together yet. Mainly because it was spent in silence, with lots of rest. But as they moved further inward, and the controlling house's grasp became ever more present, they could no longer find fuel without a Harmonia travel pass or some sort of valuable trade. Jude knew of a place in Denver where the ascended traders longed last year, a place where they could forge some travel documents. Jude believes that with a strong arm, you could get what you need and some transport that is absolutely necessary to get through the Rockies and the pass. If you can't secure some form of passage over the mountains, there's no possible way you'll reach KOllOK in time to fulfill Clarity's contract. So, about a day ago, Jude called ahead to the number that he had in his little book. The shop owner would be expecting you. When you arrive on the outskirts of Denver, an old repair shop, Jude exits the van first as he calls out to the owner. Hey, Glenn! It's me, Jude. We spoke yesterday about those, passes. There's no response. Roll your cognition for me, please. Difficulty of 18.
14.
Let's see here. That was a better roll than I was anticipating.
Same.
And despite failing, it's still not a bad way to start. You do have 5 tokens available. Would you like to use them or save them?
I'm gonna save them.
Chicken. So, you notice nothing out of the ordinary. As you trace your eye line along the sides of this place, looking for signs of life, there's nothing, but you're not about to let Jude go in there alone, so you grab your rifle and follow. Come on, guys, he's probably just inside, all right? And there was a note here that he's a weird little fella, so.
How old is your information?
Last year. I mean, he picked up the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
always, we're putting our faith in you, and I'm not entirely convinced you're going to deliver.
Oh. Okay, noted.
I noticed you laugh, but I wasn't being funny.
I'm laughing because you weren't being funny. You're just being mean.
Oh, I see now.
Right, yeah, that's why it's funny. You're an awful person. Yeah.
Do you
I
really
don't know if that's fair to say.
mean that?
No, I don't even know if you're a person. All right,
Jude, I don't think you're the person who should be talking about person, given, you know, the whole...
Yeah, right? It healed.
Wait, fully?
As far as I can tell.
Wait, turn around, let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's all good.
I wish I could say the same.
You'll get there.
braggish.
Yeah, you'll get there. Your holes will close up, too.
If you close your eyes, you can't see it at all.
Really?
Glenn, come on, man. It's hot out here.
Is it locked?
It doesn't look like it.
All right, let's go in.
Jude takes the door and slowly pulls it open. Coast seems clear. Hey. Look,
What do you
you know, we got, it's fine, come on, there's nothing in here, it's just
I have a
empty.
bad feeling about this.
Well, maybe he'll have some leftover things and documents that we could see what we can do with ourselves. If no one's here.
Fuck me, Reed.
What?
As Jude points at your chest, you look down and see a little red dot right above your heart. And Clarity, you see a little red dot on Rose's forehead. Oh, shit.
Picked
You
up the
hear a
phone last year,
voice
huh?
call out. You are now the property of the House of Morrison. Come quietly, or don't. We don't really give a fuck.
Can you tell where it's coming from?
No,
You
they're
hear
everywhere.
another voice call out from somewhere else, inside or outside this building. Yeah, make a move, we fucking dare you! Come on, I want to shoot somebody!
Fuck.
I could maybe take out one, but there's so many everywhere, I don't...
As you say that, you see the ground around you lift, one by one, as a bunch of men wearing desert fatigues are all pointing their guns directly at you. You're surrounded. Anybody seen Glenn? We're here for Glenn. It's Glenn. We're here for Glenn.
We're friends of Glenn.
We're friends of Glenn, just travelers passing through. The man carrying the bullhorn puts it down and now steps forward through the group directly towards you. He motions for his men to pat you down and take your weapons. We already got everything in the van, so don't fucking try anything funny.
God.
He picks up Rose's rifle.
No, that's...
It's
mine.
sentimental value. I think.
It's a weapon, it can do things, but...
This is nice.
Yeah, I know.
Probably would have said that.
He starts petting it. Oh, this is the most beautiful gun I've ever seen.
Do not put your grubby little paws over it.
And then a much larger man in the group, wearing full leather outfit, not even trying to hide his form, kind of pushes his way through and looks down at this much smaller man holding the bullhorn. And he points at the gun. Yeah, no, it's yours, man. I got it for you. As he grabs it, looks at it, nods, turns, and walks away.
He took my gun. He took my gun.
We'll get it back.
That was her favorite gun.
Okay, all right, everybody. Okay, look, we're gonna tie you up. We're gonna throw a bag over your head. All right, just
Hold on.
understand.
What do you want from us? You've got our weapons. You've got everything.
No. Maybe you missed the first part, asshole. You are now property of the House of Morrison. You belong to us.
Who the hell is Morrison?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Who the fuck are you?
We're just traveling and passing through. You just let us go through and no problems.
Roll your brains for me, please. Read. Difficulty of 5.
It's a swim and a 5, so 13.
You know exactly who Morrison is, or not by person, only by name. It's hard not to know of the 3 gangs that run the Waste. The 3 houses that control the territory, handed over by Harmonia. You may have thought they weren't real. No one's ever seen them. Nobody outside the Waste, anyway. Just rumors.
We don't know anything about anybody here. We just want to pass through.
No, you're not passing through. Again, you seem to be missing the point. We own you now. Our property. Thank you very much. Start putting the bags over the heads.
If you put that bag over our heads, you'll be picking up your teeth and putting them where your face used to be.
Look, just don't hurt her, okay?
We'll go with you, but I'm not getting a bag put on my head again.
He whispers to the man soon. Is she fucking for real? She's not flinching. She doesn't seem bothered by the guns. Why does she have a hole in her chest? I don't know. All right, you 3 put the bags over your heads. You're fine. You can ride up front.
I'll be the lookout.
Thanks.
And as she says that, a black bag over you 2 and Jude's heads. As you're thrown aggressively into the back of a moving vehicle. Clarity. You can see exactly where you're headed. Down this long desert highway. You had heard stories of Denver. You never got to go yourself. But it's not as you remember it. The pictures you had seen, no, this is a desolate, empty place. The mountains still reaching high over the city. But whatever was once here is now long gone. Something destroyed this entire place, like sandstorms had eaten through at the metal itself. But as you start driving down this road, getting closer and closer to your destination, you see this kind of concrete tower just erecting itself out of the desert, surrounded by a bunch of smaller wooden shanties. You can see as you start driving closer a large gate at the front where around 20 men stand with rifles. There seems to be no problem as the truck just gets waved right on past. And as it comes to a stop inside, okay, we're not gonna have any problems, right? We have to, I need you to understand, you seem like a tough broad, so I'll just lay it to you straight. If I don't bring you upstairs, hogtied to this pole, we're all gonna die. Is that, I'll leave the bag off of you. If you don't mind, at least right before we go in, just for sport, put the bag on so we don't all die.
Ro, do you think I should put the bag on?
You hear this voice. You can't see her, but it's comforting to know that Clarity's okay.
I'm not really sure what we can do. They took my gun!
If you promise to give her back her gun eventually, I'll put the bag on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. She can get it back whenever she's able. So just for funsies, just, we're gonna have to hog tie you. I don't want to do it. It's just a protocol. If I don't, and we come in there, it's just like a firing line. It's just maul us down, all of us. So if you don't mind, Miss, if you could position yourself on your back on the ground, the other 3 of you just get thrown to the ground on your back. And just like they are, there, yeah. I'm gonna tie your arms and we're just gonna put this pole right there. Yep, just like that, right through your legs and arms there. And we're just gonna tie you off on the top. You're doing great. You're a real sport. Really appreciate it as the bag goes over your head.
I appreciate.
No, you're doing great.
Oh,
No, you're doing a great job. All right, you really appreciate your cooperation.
We'll kill him last.
That's okay. Yeah.
So, Clarity, you're kind of a badass.
You know, we can hear you. You're just wearing a bat. Like if you can hear me, I can hear you. I just want to make that clear. Like if you can hear me, I can hear you. It's fine. I get it. We're all friends. We're all joking around. But once we get inside, you're gonna want to stay quiet, or we're all gonna die.
Maybe he can die second to last.
Yeah.
You remember how we talked about how some people lie?
You
That
say
was a
this
lie, Clarity.
as you feel yourself being hoisted up. You hear the sounds of walking, straining, pulling. You can feel gravity swaying your body, pulling you to the left and the right. You're being taken up a spiral staircase, like this. Why?
We couldn't have been tied up there. This is embarrassing.
I don't know. I think it would have been pretty tiring to have to walk up all of those stairs.
You can hear the sound of the wooden planks underneath their feet as they keep trucking their way with your bodies up to the top of this tower. Jude is whistling.
Dude, what the fuck?
I don't know, it's kind of fun. I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of a neat experience.
Jude,
Yeah?
what Reed was just talking about the lying,
Yeah.
was Glenn a lie?
No, Glenn, no, he's my guy, our guy. He helped us in the past. I don't know what his deal is.
You think
Maybe
he's a
they
part
got
of
him.
this?
I don't know. You feel your bodies touch against the wooden floor as the poles are slid out from beneath your arms and legs, and you're kind of placed, sitting upright, the bag still intact, and you can hear the footsteps of a light, someone wearing heeled boots or shoes, unmistakable in this old, creaky wooden floors as they clank on the ground around you. You hear, you're prisoners, Madam Morrison. We bring them to you.
That'll do. Get them up. Face them to me.
The black cloths are removed from your heads, and you see before you an eccentric woman not too much older than yourselves. Well, at least, most of the group. She's flagged by the men who captured you at the mechanics station. And then there's a small, feeble man holding a rag next to her, very nervous. Fucking Glenn! Glenn! Man, dude! Glenn! That's him, Lady Morrison. That's the one. That's the one on the posters. That's the one. Are you pleased? And can I get my reward now?
Yeah, of course. Go right through that doorway, and Quincy will give you your rations.
Right over here?
Right that way.
Right here. Okay.
Right there.
The man walks over to what appears to be two tall wooden doors, and as he opens them, he stops and Lady Morrison, that's a window.
Yes, it is.
That's
Yes, it is a window.
I'm on it, my lady, as the man who was talking to you just pushes him out the window, as you hear him screaming as he falls, before you hear a loud thud against the dirt ground.
Presumptuous little shit. Well, look at you. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting more than just one murderer in my tower today.
What?
Murder?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She points to a poster up on the wall that you all see, and as Jude turns and sees, he immediately puts his head down, because on this poster is Jude's face, along with a smaller image of a man beating someone. This poster is a wanted poster from the far west. Wanted for murder.
Jude, why is there a poster of you beating a man to death?
I don't know.
Well, Lady Morrison, if you're just here for him.
Well, I was just searching for this one here. However, if there are more murderers here,
I have a question for you, Lady Morrison. Would you deem that Jude is a horrible person?
Horrible how? What do you mean? Just
in terms of if you were to call someone present those words, would you reserve those words for Jude?
Yeah, am I a horrible person?
It's to be decided yet, I guess.
Yeah, to be decided. Clarity. Besides, I don't remember killing that person.
So you're saying you have no memory of the murder? That there's literally a picture of
I don't
you?
remember. I don't remember doing it.
How did you even have time to do this? You were running coffee. Like,
Okay.
You, as you say that, Ro, you see the date on this poster is from 6 days ago.
Jude, why does the day say 6 days ago?
When we were going through the river district, a camera must have picked us up, and they're just trying to frame us to
Who was it, Jude?
capture
Who was
us.
it, Jude?
I don't remember killing them. Just washing the blood off afterwards.
Was it like a memory blackout? Did you just kind of snap away from the murder?
I don't know. I woke up a couple days ago and I had a hole in my head, and you guys said that I was, you know.
So clearly, Lady Morrison, he wasn't in his right mind when that happened, and if it happened at all.
Are you doubting my intel?
No. I think if you have a poster of a man
All right,
beating
listen
someone to
here,
death-
dweebs. You are now property of the House of Morrison, all right? This one here is going to be turned over to the far west, wherever the hell they want, and the rest of you have a choice to make. You can take one of our assigned jobs that the lady here will give to you, and or you can turn it down and we kill you. Those are your options.
So let me ask you something else. If he did commit this murder, then what would be the penalty for said murder?
Oh.
Well,
See, the Far West is paying top dollar for his head. I am not involved in whatever punishment they have lined up for him.
she starts walking around to the back side of the group as she kind of takes a look at the rest of her men standing in this room and motions for them to come over towards her. Yes, my lady.
I would like some time alone with them too. Soften them up a little before we hand them over. We can't make it look like this was too easy.
That's fucking stupid.
Excuse me?
A silence falls over the room. I didn't mean it like, I didn't.
Did I ask what you think, Quincy?
No, ma'am.
How about you join our friend on his little excursion out the window, Quincy?
Quincy walks over towards the window. He's looking out. I'm really sorry, ma'am. I didn't.
Quincy. First person to get Quincy out this window gets Croc stairs and NES privileges for a week.
A group of men all rush directly towards Quincy. And then you see them kind of dogpile him. Oh, wait, guys, come on, no! Again, another thud. A couple others made it out with him as well, got caught up in the ruckus. it's a little confusing on who might actually be rewarded in an instant like this.
You all get your privileges. Now get the fuck out. But give me that.
She grabs a bat with nails on it from one of the henchmen.
Now, remember, I can take care of myself, okay?
Yep.
Now leave.
They are excited to run out the door. I'm gonna play Tiger Alley! No, Sesame Street this week! No, Tiger Alley! As you can hear them kind of running down, but as these doors close behind you, you hear a large latching sound. As it's very clear you're locked inside.
I'd like to try to get my arms out of the rope.
You can see that he's kind of struggling to remove himself from the rope.
Hey, stop it.
She then walks up and starts untying the ropes for you.
Oh, God. Sorry about all that. Oh, my God. Lucky. All the killers just waltzed into my place. Oh, my goodness.
She starts going down the line and untying each and every one of you. Thanks.
Wait.
Yeah, thank you so
is
much.
happening?
Where's my gun?
We'll get there.
Wait.
Patience.
So did Jude not actually kill someone?
Oh no, that happened. I just don't remember doing it.
Oh, all this is real.
Something's going on with this
We
head.
need to talk
You saw
about
it happen.
what's happening here.
But what's going on, Miss
Why are we-
Lady Morrison? So you're not scared that we're gonna do like I'm confused. What's happening?
Well, you are not going to hurt me. No. I need your help with something.
That was all a ruse?
Oh,
Putting us in
I mean, the Far West does want you. However, I have a use for you first.
What do you need us to do?
Miss, can I come out now?
Janice,
Oh, okay.
come out.
You hear the sound of something dragging across the wooden floor first before you see her. And then you see this small, older woman kind of pulling this large trunk. On my way, Lady Morrison. As it hits the ground. Would you like me to tell them the story, miss? I know it bores you.
Oh, of course. They want to know what the hell is going on, so get to it.
Yeah. The lady. Fucking heavy, that one. Anyway, upon the passing of Jim Morrison Jr., the lady was put into control of the house immediately out of fear of other houses might invade. The people of Denver, they needed leadership, you see? And according to her father's closest, that mean Our Lady here had to pick up the mantle and whatever the fuck. You get it. But yeah, the point. She hates it. The job sucks. Whatever freedom she once had is long
They took it from me.
gone.
I just want out. I never wanted this. I am forced to be here. They took my Celine, and all I want to do is run off into the sunset once again with
Yes.
my everything.
Yeah, so
where is
the killer, you see, we brought the killer here. I guess all of you are killer. Are you all killers? That would be great. Wouldn't it be great?
It would be amazing.
Are you all killers?
They look like killers, do they not?
Oh,
I feel like
what a
we-
stroke of luck.
I know.
Your luck, lady, is so quite.
Explain to me why that is lucky.
Well, you see, we need you to murder her. Well,
What?
not
Me.
not her,
Me.
not her. You fucking get it.
Yeah.
And help her escape, so she can then reunite with her love, Celine, who they've kept from her all this time now. Just so afraid that they'll run off together.
Sorry, you need us to pretend to kill you so that you can run off with some person and...
The love of
The
her
love.
life.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
So, you need us to pretend to murder you?
Yes. Look, if. How does it sound?
What do we get out of this?
Yeah.
Oh,
It sounds like an awful lot of work and going through a lot of vicious men, clearly.
I know what state you were in when we found you. You need help. I can get you that help. I have so many resources. Travel passes?
Janice holds up travel passes.
Transportation?
Oh, right here. Some keys.
Hey, if even drugs?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'll take these from you. And drugs, yes. Whatever you want.
October 8th. We have until October 8th. Time is running out.
This is the stupidest plan.
I understand. I understand how you feel trapped. And like you're not living your life for yourself.
A killer who gets it.
Again,
how lucky you are, my lady.
How lucky am I? And
We've been planning for this day for so long, waiting for the right murderer to come along, and lo and behold, we got 4.
so
That
many.
was my next question. You have a plan then?
Oh, absolutely, we have a plan.
All right, well, first of all, are we all in? Jude?
Oh,
Your buddy Glenn just got offed.
I mean, it looks like either I help or I get turned into Far West for murder. I don't
Well,
remember.
some
doing,
repercussion will come to you, Jude.
By who?
We're gonna need to discuss everything, including the whole head whatever thing later, but maybe not right now.
Come on, she's got a hole in her chest. She's destroyed a whole facility when we first picked her up. I can't bash a couple heads in along the way and forget about it.
No. So.
What if you bash our heads in?
I wouldn't do that. No, I like you.
But you don't remember. You don't know.
Oh, it's a
You
solid
don't really like me all that much.
That's true. It's a solid point.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, it's a solid point.
What? I have to like handcuff him when you go to sleep.
You can be in charge of that. What is that body so that you can appear as a body double?
So, you see this trunk on the edge of the room that Janice has been standing next to. Oh, a plan.
Yes. Janice,
yes, of course. She reaches down, starts messing with a padlock. Sorry, it's a little finicky. We ran out of locks with keys a long time ago, and blacksmith died, and just stupid. Okay, here we go. And reveal. As the case opens up, you now see a woman stand who looks exactly like Lady Morrison. They've even given her matching tattoos.
It's uncanny.
We've been holding her for a while. Don't worry, we paid off her family months ago.
It's
been
fine.
waiting for an opportunity like this.
Innocent?
What do you mean?
What does it mean?
I don't know. What do you mean?
What's your name?
No.
No, we took her name long time.
It's okay.
No, that makes it harder. You give them names, it's harder.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We don't need to.
This is.
As this is all being said, Lady Morrison just starts derobing, taking off her clothes, as the other woman who is wearing these torn and ratted white cloths starts taking off hers as well, as they start exchanging and changing their clothes.
This feels wrong, bro.
I don't like this.
Like you've never seen this before. Okay.
And make sure whenever you,
That's not the problem.
this one, that you make it messy. You have to make it really messy so it's harder to identify the body. Obviously, I mean, they look very much alike, but we got to make it a little bit brutal just so there's no confusion happening here over who this happens to be. And there's a small window in the back with a very cleverly placed ladder that'll get you just far enough before I scream, and then they'll probably lock the compound down, and they'll be hunting for you for years most likely. But at least you'll have plenty of time to get away if you truly are talented killers.
So
there's got to be another way than just killing this random innocent girl.
Look, we have planned this for how long, Janice? So long. I don't even remember
And she
anymore.
was in this suitcase this whole time.
Oh, we let her out from the suitcase sometimes. We're not animals. Jesus.
Oh,
She wouldn't be able to.
generous.
Like if she defecated in there with herself, she would die, and then we wouldn't be able to use her. So
The plan is ruined.
ruined plan.
Right, so just so we're
They've
clear.
been keeping Our Lady from her love. How do you not understand this?
I understand that, but it doesn't mean we murder some random girl to there's other ways.
As you say this, there's other ways. You hear a thud and a squish and the sound of a body hitting the floor. As Jude just continues with the bat.
Jude,
Stop! Jude!
I want to try to grab the bat out of his hand.
Roll your grit for me, please. Difficulty of 10.
Swim. And 90. So, 19.
The bat stops on the impact of your hand as he... Oh!
Jesus, Jude.
Jude. Yay!
Yes! Oh, how exciting was that? Oh my goodness. See, I could have never done that, Janice. I told you.
Yes, we needed to kill her. This is great.
This is amazing.
Even without the names, it's still hard. I know.
I know.
It's hard.
It is a little rough seeing.
Okay. Now, you there with the bat. I need you to, if you could, please, just nail side out, stick it right into my right leg here, please.
Right there.
Right. Just as hard as you can. I have to make it believable that I fought for Our Lady's life, otherwise they're gonna probably kill me too.
That I can do.
Whack!
Huh. I love that. The gumption. Thank you. Yes.
Maybe once more, just for fun.
Yeah. Whack!
I told you. I was softening them up. Leave.
Everything okay?
Everything is fine. What did I tell you when I said to leave? I'm softening them up. Leave us alone.
Yes, my lady. Yes.
Okay.
Ah, Janice, you
right in
defend
there.
like a champion.
I'm gonna walk up to Lady Morrison, and I'm just gonna sock her in the face. Just pop her one right in the face.
Okay. Roll your fight for me, please. Can you roll your grit for me, please? Difficulty of 6. Or, sorry, a D6. My apologies.
It's a 4.
A 4.
As you go to throw this punch, you see it coming directly at you, but you take it. You are not a woman unaccustomed to being beat. It's a lot weaker than the punches your father used to throw, of course, but you appreciate the energy.
You don't have any empathy.
What do you mean? You know, I'm impressed by you. I'm impressed by you all. You say you're shocked that he's a murderer? Are you serious? And look at you. No hesitation. You punching me in the face. I respect you. And I love the energy.
All right, so we need the travel documents, the keys.
Go, my lady. Go.
And I'll just take the drugs, I
Reunite
guess.
with Celine. Give her my best.
I will, of course, as always.
Spread your love
I cannot
across
wait
the land.
to travel.
You can do it. You can do it. In 30 seconds, I'll scream.
We have 30
That
seconds.
should give you
This
enough
isn't
time.
right, but it's not right.
We don't have time for this. We have to go.
It's done
As
now.
you say this,
Where
the
did they
lady's
leave
already
our...
at the window. She's opened it, and she starts climbing out down the ladder.
Let's go. Before I go, where are the weapons? Do you know where they took them? We need our weapons.
Yeah, I need my gun.
Everything of importance will be where
With
Celine
Celine,
is.
they keep everything, they lock everything up in the same place.
Great.
Okay.
It might be better if she can't scream for any help, so...
Roll your fight for me, please.
Oh, come on. It's a 4.
As it hits her in the mouth, she starts with, good job, very good, yes. Oh, I fought you off well. Go on now. Out the window you go. As you start climbing down, and you all kind of pull yourself up to this window, you see you're on the top floor of this concrete tower. And below are many, many different levels of this kind of wooden shanty town with wooden bridges and extremely what appears to be unsafe passageways.
I really don't like heights. Let's go.
I'm afraid of heights.
Everybody roll your flight for me, please. Difficulty of 5. As Lady Morrison has already got to the bottom of this ladder and is kind of gently holding it for you.
Sink.
3.
Sink.
And the ladder breaks as you all start sliding one on top of the other. Boom, 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 boom. And then Jude coming down on the very top as you land with a loud thud directly on.
I don't like heights.
Hey! Hey, they just came out of the tower.
Oh, no. We're practicing our escape drills.
We got
Escape drills. Roll your charm for me, please. Difficulty of 6.
Okay. That's a 3.
You have.
Welcome to the Ascended.
You have 6 tokens available. Would you like to use 3?
I would love to use 3.
So you do. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, whatever. Just, be a little quieter next time. Some of us are trying to work.
Sorry about that.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, wow. What the hell was that?
I thought you were at least a
You
little
didn't prep the ladder to be stronger to hold 5 people?
Look.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
Where are we
We're
going?
done now. We have to go. Celine is at the edge of the compound.
I don't care about Celine.
Lady Morrison knows exactly which direction to go. So she just starts walking.
I guess we follow the psychopath.
That's the way we go.
Look, I mean, she's the only one that knows her way around it. This is a fucking maze.
That you got us into.
Yeah,
Jude.
Not cool. You're walking in front of us. Go.
Oh, I see now how I probably actually led to all of this.
Yes, please reflect at a later time.
Wow.
Everybody
Yeah.
run now.
Not just with my guy, but with the murder too.
Yeah.
As I'm shoving him.
The horrible murder.
Yeah, wow. As you start walking down this passageway, following along to Lady Morrison, this is the first time she's been out not as herself. Since she was a child, she seems to have an extra pip in her step, an excitement. Even though she's wearing these tattered and stained old clothes, she's just glowing at the thought of being with her Celine again.
Oh, isn't this exciting? Oh, I cannot wait to have Celine between my legs once again.
These actions you take, these selfish actions, they will come back to you. I know this because I have done the same things that you have done, made these same choices. They'll come back to you.
Oh. Look, I have been around for a long, long time, and I have been selfless for a long, long time. It's time for me to get what I want.
And on that, you hear a scream from inside the tower up above. Oh! Lady Morrison, she's dead! Oh my god, she's dead! And as you look up at the tower, you see Janice, her bloody mouth, looking through the windows.
We have to go. We have to go
As
now.
then you also watch as a man with a long rifle kind of points the rifle
There's
through
your gun.
and you hear a shot run out. From this distance, roll your cognition for me, please. Difficulty of 5.
7.
You can tell just by the glare coming off of that gun. It's not yours. You're looking right at it
Different
as a
shape.
shot kind of like rings out, and you just keep kind of staring directly at it. The rest of you have an opportunity to run.
The nozzle's all wrong. It's not my gun. Also, what a terrible shot.
Go ahead and roll your brains for me, please. Difficulty of 18.
2.
You're just standing there, looking up at this tower, watching as this person's aiming directly for you, continuing to just let out these shots into your general direction. As you then,
Just gonna grab.
sorry, this is her failed roll.
Oh no.
As a bullet kind of hits next to your foot. And as you look down, it missed you. Again, what an awful shot.
Good Lord.
And then a second later, you go falling through the floor as you just slide right down to the floor below, landing in a pile. And as you look around in this kind of strange room, it's filled with men in long plastic coats as they all load these old, decrepit bodies of men and women into a grinding mill, their bones and pieces being turned into a powder as these half-naked men who are being whipped are walking along some sort of large cylinder-type shape, and they all just stop and stare directly at you. As then one of them slowly starts to grab a machete off the table.
Reed, you have to get the fuck out of here.
No, give me your hand, give me your hand!
No.
The fall is too far out of reach. You're not going to be able to pull her up.
Go, listen to me. I will find you wherever you go. Now
Another
get the
shot
fuck out.
rings out. The sniper still has eyes in that general direction, Reed.
We have to go. Reed.
Oh my god.
Go.
We have to go now.
Go.
You all pick up and start running. These men row. Another grabs a blunt object. They all start walking towards you. Slowly. Roll your flight for me, please.
Flight?
Flight. Difficulty of 6.
2. How many tokens do I have?
Let's 6.
I'm gonna use 4.
Damn it.
You didn't use it earlier?
Glad I saved it.
As they start in just kind of a walk, one of them lets out a "Ah!" as they all then just start sprinting directly towards you. As you quickly turn and start running through these shanties, jumping through from door to door, as you upstairs are now following Lady Morrison as she's just running with glee as shots are ringing out. You hear them ricocheting off of the buildings. They think she's dead. She's a free woman, but she just keeps running full speed out in front of you. If you lose her, you're going to get lost. Go, come on, keep up. Roll your flight for me, each of you. Difficulty of 4.
2.
5.
Let's see here, Reed. You have 3 tokens available.
All right, I guess I'm doing 2.
You all keep up pace with Lady Morrison. Again, not a care in the world as these bullets, you see them sliding through from the side as the tower is kind of up to your left. You see them making new holes for light as they pierce through in front of and behind you as you try to keep your head down and you keep running forward. But you now see there is a group of individuals chasing directly after you. But Ro, you're running full speed as fast as you can, trying to get away from these individuals. Roll your cognition for me, please. Difficulty of 12.
13.
That's a 13?
Yeah.
You see before you, about 50 yards down, there's somebody using a very old pulley system as they're trying to lift this old and rotted out car up to one of the top levels. They've already made it about 5 levels up as they just keep pulling slowly and slowly back up into this hallway where you two are. Clarity, you're towards the back of this and this group, and you start hearing a group of men behind you yelling out as you can hear the sounds of them loading their weapons. It's been a while since they've had anyone actually do something like this in the compound. They weren't exactly ready. But roll your cognition for me, please. Difficulty of 4.
7.
You can tell just by the sound, there's a lot of them. They know where they're going, you don't. You're starting to fall just a little slowly behind. She's still out in front of you. So's Reed, so's Jude, but at the back, you have a choice you can make. You see in this hallway that you're running down, it's a solid wood tunnel. This whole structure that you just ran through is solid wood.
I feel so tired, and I look at Reed.
Are you okay? Come on.
I can't keep up, Reed. I turn and I use my power to torch the hallway behind me.
Clarity uses 3 tokens as she just lifts her hand slowly, and with but a flick of her wrist, the molecules in the air ignite as a row of flame pushes its way down this corridor, igniting every old, dry piece of wood like tinderbox just waiting to go off as it floods down as you hear these men screaming along the other end. But Clarity's weak. She's very weak. Come on, Reed, Clarity, we gotta go!
I grab her and put her on my back and start running. I don't know how you're able to do that, but that's...
can't. And I really can't anymore, Reed. It's
okay, I got you. Let's go. We're fine. We just gotta get to the cars and we'll be okay, all right?
Ro, these men are gaining on you. You can hear the sounds of their knives clanking against the walls behind you as you start running directly towards this kind of pulley system with the car. What do you do?
Is there any way I can like jump onto the pulley?
You may,
Okay.
if you succeed a roll. What are you trying to do?
To try to jump onto the pulley, and you know that like in the Indiana Jones where you like cut like one of the ropes and you go up?
Tell me what you do.
Okay, I jump onto the pulley and I take out my knife and I cut one of the ropes, trying to see if he'll let me shoot right back up.
Okay, roll your, we're gonna say flight. This is a jumping action with a lot of other things happening once. Difficulty of 4. We'll give you a chance.
Sink.
What was that?
It was a sink. Sink-a-rooney.
One moment. I don't know if my system is updating. My system's telling me you have 6 tokens available.
I'm gonna use 4 of those. Or 3 of those, right? It's a 4?
Yeah. I really hope my system's working. You seem to have a lot of tokens.
Oh no!
So, you do exactly that. As you run, jump off of this ledge onto that pulley, whipping out your knife at the same time as you cut the opposing rope, and it starts throwing you up into the air as you hear and see this old car start smashing into the side of the building below. It starts crashing. Reed, you see as you kind of grab clarity and start moving forward, out of the corner of your eye, Rose starting to fly up to the left of you. Roll your flight for me, please. Difficulty of 4.
2.
Oh, hold on.
Do flight.
You only have 1 token available.
I would like to help.
Oh, you would like to help?
I would like to help.
Oh, okay. So you like see Reed reaching out his hand to the left as you then waste another token, yes please, and reach out with your right hand as you're being thrown up, and as you grab, the force of her kind of coming up so fast just sends all 3 of you kind of falling and rolling across the ground. As Jude comes running, guys, what are you doing? Get up, we gotta go. What are you doing?
Yeah,
What
thanks.
do you think we're doing, Jude?
You gotta get moving, we're gonna die.
Shut up, Jude. Let's run.
Just go, here, I'll help. Jude
We're all
kind of
getting
on the
up
other
here.
side of Clarity as you're both kind of running down this long corridor. Reed, go ahead and roll your cognition for me, please. Difficulty of 5. You can hear the sounds of more men kind of coming through these tunnels, moving ever closer to you. What'd you get there?
Literally been 4. It's a 2.
Do I have any tokens?
You have 2 tokens available. Reed, you have...
I have 1.
You have 0 now.
Oh, 0.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have 0.
And it's 4.
it's a 5.
Difficulty of 5. You are all together in a group.
How many tokens do I have?
2. Why don't you use them?
I will use them.
I too.
You would all like to
lend
use 1?
Yeah, we'll
I
1
see,
and 1.
I see Reed struggling, and I appreciate so much that Reed helped me.
Oh,
so
sorry, you would have to use 2.
Yeah.
So you kind of point to Reed. You spot it first. As you're running down this tunnel, you see at the end of this long kind of tunnelway that you've been running through, this kind of wooden suspended bridge that's enclosed on all sides. And you can feel as you're running the ground underneath you, the hollow kind of aspect of these wooden planks, the sounds they make as you run over them. There's definitely space beneath, some sort of air below as it echoes out with your footsteps, but you see before you, Clarity, at the end of this tunnel is a wooden beam directly in the center. As you point to it to Reed, Reed gets it. He knows that's a load-bearing pole. So you all move to the opposite side of this tunnel, stopping at the other end. Lady, you have to wonder, why are they so slow? You've gotten so far down this path and they're just lollygagging around back there. But Reed, you kind of stand there, you and Jude holding Clarity as you can kind of pass Clarity off to Jude, this load-bearing weight. You see as the men that you heard coming towards you they're running at full speed, so it takes them a moment as they turn the corner and kind of make their way into the tunnel before they see you standing at the end. What do you do?
I'd like to punch the beam with my arm, with my left arm, not the right.
Roll your fight for me, please. Difficulty of 8.
Come.
What'd you get there, buddy?
It looks like an 8, but it's missing one side on there, so it kind of looks like a 3.
Oh, so it's a 3. So you start hitting this, kind of hitting again and again, this pole. As you feel the building shaking, it starts moving upon each hit. As you just keep kind of laying into it, you can start to see sparks flying out of your hand as it's just not budging under the weight. Everybody sees what he's trying to do.
I call out to Lady Morrison. What are you doing? Juice, help him!
What are you doing? What is taking
There's
you
people
so
chasing
long?
us. Clear, you.
Lady Morrison, roll your brains for me, please. Difficulty of 6. Roll a D8 for me, please. Difficulty of 6.
No.
Here, I'll roll my D8.
Thank you. Oh, I don't think I have one. Okay. 4.
Let me see here. You have 2 tokens available.
Oh my gosh, Megan.
How convenient.
So lovely.
Lady Morrison turns and starts walking back towards the group of you. As Regis sits there trying to punch this beam down, she walks directly over to the side, and there's a lever at the side of this bridge as she just flicks it, and the whole bridge falls to the ground below.
That works.
Thank you.
Can we get moving again, please?
Wow, are there more of those that we should know about?
No, that's fine. We should just keep moving. I'll handle it.
Okay. But roll your cognition for me, please, Lady Morrison. Roll a D20, difficulty of 10.
Is it a 9? Or no? Yes.
Is it 6? I can't tell.
Oh.
Is it the... Yeah, it's a 6.
It's a 6.
Okay. So you just keep running along at full speed directly out in the front of this group. And now I'm going to need you to roll your flight for me, please. I believe D6, difficulty of 5. It's a tough one.
4.
And I believe you used your token.
I definitely used my token.
You did. So you can see now before you, just within your view, the gateway that leads you to Celine. There's only one man that stands in your way, but maybe you can talk him out of it. So you just walk directly in, as you then hear a gunshot ring out, and you feel a sting in your left arm. As you look back up to your left, you realize you're standing directly out in the open, and the sniper had a clear shot. As blood starts draining from your arm, roll a, this is going to be a D10 for your grit. It's going to be a difficulty of 6.
Sorry, I'm bad with knowing which one is which right now. Yeah, perfect.
That's a D10.
Yeah, got it. 8.
You keep your composure. It's been a long time since someone hurt you, but you are accustomed to pain. It's more the thought that they would do it. It's not that it happened, that there's a pain there. It's that these imbeciles, and you have to refrain from giving yourself away because you want nothing more than to reprimand that individual, but you can't. And another shot lets out as you're standing there in disbelief, as Jude quickly grabs you and pulls you back into cover. You can now all see before you. There's an open pathway. And on the other side, there's a man, the large man in all leather, holding Rose's gun. He's guarding a doorway, and he stands firm and strong, blocking the path. Fuck.
That's my gun. That's my gun. That is my gun.
Wait, there's a sniper up there.
I can't fucking believe he shot me.
I
I can believe it.
could try to run over there and
Are you
try
okay?
to cover my face with.
He's
my
a
hand,
bad shot, but he could still get you. Do you know what I've had to go through with that gun? It's my only companion. It became a cat at some point. We can't leave without this gun.
We'll
Long
talk
story.
about that later. Okay.
If
Jude,
Spill it.
if I get your gun back, can you take care of the tower?
yes. Are you gonna go all
How?
Okay.
nail bat
Okay.
on everybody?
All right. No. I have a different idea. Jude stands. His right eye begins glowing. Red. You see where the exit wound in his skull was. Red steam starts to release itself. Like a motor that's been shut off. Like a heat building on his brain, almost like the sound of bacon cooking. Oh, okay, focus. Arthur Dickey! To your surprise, he knows the name of that man. You don't remember telling him. Yeah, you! You don't belong here. You're just wearing another mask. Aren't you? Trying to fit in? Scared little pissant? The man takes a step forward, gun at the ready. Doug says hi. The man stops. The fuck you say? I said Doug says hi. Or he did when he could. He told me if I ever see your sorry ass again, to let you know that he never forgave you for what you did. Oh, and that he has a surprise for you, Arthur. Mother knew. She blamed herself. In case you were wondering if that's why she did it, she did. The man lowers the gun. Mama? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Mama, you son of a bitch, come here. As he starts slowly walking, the red steam rising from Jude's wound floats through the air like along a string. And you watch as it inhales through Arthur's nose, as his eyes go blood red and they start to melt, oozing out of his skull. He doesn't speak another word. He doesn't say a thing. He just starts moving his lumbersome body, extremely unnaturally, not like one who has control of their limbs, but like something that just knows it is what to do, like an ant taken over by a fungus. It walks. As Jude, yeah, come on. Yeah, right back to Doug, right back to Mom. As he just hands Jude the gun and walks by you all, muttering, Mama? 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 And you watch as he walks past you, directly towards that caved-in tunnel, as he just walks right off the ledge and into the ground below.
She just walked.
Here you go, got it for you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jude.
Not a problem.
Could you do that the whole time?
Huh? What?
Never. We'll discuss this later.
You got the tower, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna. Okay. Mm-hmm.
How many tokens do I have?
Oh, funny you should ask. 2.
I have 2.
But I have 1.
would you like to assist me as I take out this sniper?
Yeah, okay. You have 3 tokens available. What do you do?
I take my gun, I give it a little kiss, and I shoot the shit out of the sniper.
Ro rolls on the ground, directly into the open air, lines up the shot, and before the other individual can even react, even get a chance to pull the trigger, you hear it ring out, and you see on the side of this tower the splash of blood red lining all up towards the sky. We're clear?
Oh my gosh, that was so impressive. You're all incredibly impressive. You know, there were a couple moments that I doubted you, but you brought it back.
Cool. Your arm's still dripping blood. We probably need to go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is it? This is the room? This is where we get...
Yes.
So you
Yes.
figured...
Everybody out of my way. Celine! Celine!
She walks right in, and as she does, you kind of walk in behind her, and you see that this kind of garage is filled with riches. Many different items, weapons, ammunition, food, supplies, all sorts of things. Oh, Jude just starts grabbing food. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Well, holy shit. There's gonna be more people coming. We gotta...
Yeah,
I know. I'll grab all the ammunition I can.
You hear her, though, calling out for Celine.
Celine!
You don't see any cells in here.
Celine!
Oh, but then, Lady Morrison, they were taking care of it for you. You do see, on the other end of the garage, underneath a white cloth tarp, the shape, impossible to mistake. You watch as she walks over and lifts this cloth drape off of a pink chopper motorcycle with Celine spelled S-A-L-I-N-E in fluorescent paint along the side.
Oh, my love! My angel, I finally have you back. Oh, it has been so long, and I'm just petting. I'm petting her gas tank, and I'm... Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not one to judge. I got my gun back. I get it.
I know, you and I, we understand each other.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the things you promised us, could you please?
Oh, you look to your left, and there is a giant army convoy truck just sitting there.
I told you everything you needed would be with Celine.
I grabbed the keys and the transport things from Batface McGee before, so we're good.
I'm driving.
Fine by me. I don't think I should be driving.
No, Jude, you're not driving.
Are you okay?
I just need to lie down.
Come on, let's go.
And do you think the same people that... So, Clarity, you said that like the Marcus guy, scientists, right? Do you think they could look at my head?
Someone has to look at your head, Jude.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
in the
figure it out
background.
there. Let's go.
Dumping gasoline all over the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
You have everything you need, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like those guns real quick.
Yeah. Grab some guns. Grab.
Take the rest
As she
of the
just
fuel.
keeps pouring
Nice.
gasoline all over the floor of the building.
Can you get the door for me?
Sure.
And by that, you can tell that she means drive the giant army truck through it. It's locked from this side. You know that there's guards on the other side, Clarity. You saw them on your way in.
Okay, everybody in, let's go.
Floor it.
Yep.
I'm gonna need one final flight roll from you to drive this truck through these bay doors.
Not brains, huh?
No, it's gonna be pedal to the metal here. Difficulty of 4.
Okay. The same number. Okay.
2.
That's a 2.
A literal 2.
Who's got tokens?
Do I have any tokens?
I would also like to leave.
Ro has 2.
Oh, roll.
Oh, there you go.
Ro takes over the wheel.
I think it's my turn to drive, actually.
I'll send it back.
As she floors it and pushes this giant truck through the building, you hear as it starts crumbling from the outside. As you start pushing through it, the sound of breaking metal and concrete and wood. And as you run over some of the guards on the opposing side and you hear them scream, as you look in your rearview mirror, you see the flames first. And then you hear the sound of the chopper not too far after, as it comes roaring out of the flames directly up to the side of the truck, as she lets out a friendly wave.
Good luck! Have fun!
Passes you and quickly speeds further along. And we'll be right back.
Hello, and welcome to KOllOK, America's heart. Life is generally easy in KOllOK. The spirit of our small town is built around enjoying life, despite our technological empire. KOllOK is like Paris. Art, music, and treasures of life are not just incidental. They are central to the spirit of our little town. This is a special gift for visitors and those who live in our vast green valley. KOllOK's natural beauty can be thanked to the peaks that tower over us in our four corners, shielding us from the elements. Spend the day at Crater Lake, fed by the ever-flowing Riley River. America's heart. Enjoy our historic Main Street, or take a tour of our world-famous Shepherd's Winery, my favorite. KOllOK prides itself in being a world leader in renewable energy and advanced medicine. All thanks to our most famous attraction, Synchronicity Tech. Many new families find their home in KOllOK. Brought in to fill one of the country's most exciting genetic research facilities, many open roles. Science is at the very soul of KOllOK, unlike anywhere else in the world. Gated by nature itself. You found yourself back at the start.
We begin again. Billy Baker did this. He does not know how yet. He's about to. Something within him, calling to be released. A part of him that has always been there. It reaches out, crawls its way out of the dead husk that is Billy. Hank, Lucas's mind. It's messy. Messy all at once. Lives on lives, moments on moments, past truths. He wanted to know, so he opened the door. The door, branded by a symbol. He can't read it, but he knows what it says. Or not says, feels. Open it. He does. He did. It already happened. Billy Baker. At the bottom, curled, fetal, arm up to the sky, no sky, just above. Higher from here, all he had to do was want it, so it is. No one gets it right. How could he? Then, as clear as a present could be, or no less abstract than the reality we sit, in focus, perhaps, it's a note. But a note for a continent. Millions of lives to make one feel better. To absolve himself, making it worse. He made it worse. It got worse. It always got worse. Now in focus, the aperture spiraling tighter, closer, holding a narrower window with its contents more sharp. Billy, Hank, Lucas, the great diviner, the destroyer, a boy, he did this. A thought, so it was. And as quickly as the door opened, he tries to close it again. Billy, these are things that are happening to you right now. As soon as the door opens, he tries to close it again. Both hands pulling against the knob. His leg braced up against the frame, he pulls. It won't go back in. Open, sharp, and focus. All Billy wants now is to forget. He wants to forget. Please, God, let him forget. August 28th, 1991. He thinks. He believes. Billy Baker, roll your grit for me, please. Difficulty of 8.
Seven.
Billy, this is me talking to you. You're the Billy of now, not the Billy of then. You're not really holding it together, are you, Billy?
No.
This is what you wanted. Now you have it. And what you have is a flood. Not just literally, but metaphorically, as it all comes back to you. So fast. So fast. The thoughts pushing themselves into your mind. This time, these things you tried to forget. You brought yourself here. Billy exists in his own memory. He knows, though, somehow, it's not just his, it's formed, collectively pulled from their shared consciousness. Fresh perspectives. But it's just a memory. It can't hurt you, Billy. It already happened. It hurts you. Because Mallory Jenkins stands right by your side.
Mallory?
A wave of emotion overwhelms you.
Yeah.
These emotions, how distant they are, but they're so huge. The weight of millions of lives on your shoulders, but Mallory there, next to you. That is the life that matters, those millions, how could they? But this is real. You can now remember the hurt. You reach out to hug him. Kind of. In a way you do. In a way you break your memory's bonds. Crash it. A hammer through glass. You let him know through that hug how much he means to you. It comforts your mind. But like a dream, because it didn't happen in the moment, the memory does not respond to it. It just moves forward. It already fucking happened, Billy. And now it's happening again. There. In the driveway of Mallory's house. Emily's trying to convince you and the others that you have powers and that Isaac can't be trusted. I don't know what she's talking about. She has no idea. Like, seriously, you sound like a crazy person. You sound absolutely crazy.
I'm the crazy person?
You guys don't have to listen to her.
Isaac, he literally showed up days ago and convinced you guys that you don't have powers.
Yeah, maybe we don't. I don't know.
You do!
Why would we have powers? That doesn't really make sense.
Not you, but...
There's a dead kid here? What the fuck are you yelling about?
We have powers, Abria. Portals, you don't remember anything. Because Isaac told you that you don't.
What?
No, that's not... You're... Like... I don't understand anything of what you're saying right now. And Laura's right. There's a child.
Oh.
There's a child here. There's a child.
Who even cares about powers? What are you even talking about? There's a dead kid.
Because
Laura, this isn't okay.
Billy Baker, the you now, not the you then. The you now somehow it just knows that what Emily says is true, but you can't change then. You know that Em was right. You want to join her in this song, but it's only a dream. That's memory pushing forward with you currently ignorant to his power, but at least that you now knows that you won't have to suffer him for long. And you see, just on the edge of your mind there, Laura Bennett hovering over this child. She made a mistake. The children, something came over them. You know what now, as it floods, builds all at once, but did not know then. Forward, kids are screaming in the street, the town's flooded. The energy, it's off. The energy it's stimulated and it's responding. Look, kids, just go home, okay? Like we'll call an ambulance or something. I don't know, but we'll just go find your parents. Go home, something.
Why don't you go home? You don't belong here.
He's standing with me right now. He doesn't have a home anymore.
You met this guy days ago.
We all met him. What do you mean?
We did all meet him days ago, and you don't see me blindly trusting him.
Mallory, see what I mean? This is exactly what we talked about.
Are you what the fuck is that? Me? Yeah, excuse me?
Just the way you guys
never he asked me how I'm doing, and you guys never check in on me, okay? He's the only one lately who's ever asked me how I'm doing. And I'm not doing okay, man. There's a fucking dead kid here. I'm not doing okay.
No shit. Who's responsible for the dead kid? You're not asking me how I'm doing in this moment. So maybe get your head out of your own ass right now and stop being so weirdly tied to this dude we barely know. Fuck.
You guys went one night together and suddenly you're ride or die for this guy?
Shit.
I wouldn't say I'm ride or die for Mallory. And it's, he's a good dude and you guys don't give him enough credit.
Thank you.
We have to do something.
He's gone through a lot.
Should we call an ambulance for the kid?
But what are we gonna tell them? Are we gonna tell them I'm fully murdered a child?
There's a dead kid, anonymous tip.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. I don't think we can stay here.
Billy now. Something's off. There's someone else that's supposed to be here in this moment, this memory. She's not. You don't know who the she is, but she's not. You recognize that she's not there, here in this moment. She had a role to play, but she's not there. Anyway, Isaac just keeps going on and on about how dumb this all is. I'm asking you all to be reasonable. The child is dead. A tidal wave just submerged the coast of Japan. Sorry, Billy, you don't know that yet.
Look.
You do later, but not now. I'll go in. I'll call. Mallory, I'll call. Can I use your phone?
Yeah, you can use it.
Okay.
We need to get out of here.
Isaac,
I don't think we should call the ambulance here when you have graffiti on your garage that says Mallory showed his wiener to kids.
I didn't show my wiener to anyone, first of all. Okay, that's stupid. And second of all, who cares, okay? This is more important than my wiener or whatever.
Isaac comes back out. The lines are down. Nobody's responding. Everything's crazy, man. Like, everything's crazy.
If Tibby was here, he could fix her, you know?
I agree that this is serious. There's a dead child. But the fact that the town is flooding and the power went out and the phones are down and now this fucker that you just met 2 days ago is trying to convince us we don't have powers, that seems a little too coincidental.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what to do.
We should just think.
Think about what?
The kid is already dead. We just need a little bit of time to think about this.
What's there to think about?
Through the chaos of this moment, Billy Baker, you remember this young girl around the age of 12. Yeah, Stella Turner was her name. She rides through the shallow water that envelops the street on her single-speed bike with hordes of other little terrors in tow. As she calls out to the other children.
Stay strong. Don't let the doubt consume you. We will win this fight. on another day.
Some of the kids that were crying, calling for their parents, they start to pull themselves together and hopping onto the backs of these bikes of these other kids.
What the fuck is this?
You will be punished. You will all be punished. She will rise again.
She says this making direct eye contact with Laura for some reason, Bill.
Who the fuck are you? You don't know me.
You will face your punishment.
You don't know me or what I'm capable of.
I'm not scared of you.
You should be.
As you lean in, Laura, hordes of other small children place themselves between you and Stella Turner as she stands on the pedals of her bike, tall above, well, the other 3 foot tall, small little people. They form somewhat of a wall between you, unflinching by the sight of this small dead child at your feet.
Who are you? And who are you talking about?
You know what you've done? You have no power here.
That's what I tried telling her.
Shut up. What? Shut up. What?
But
I fucking hate children.
When Stella Turner sees this Isaac speaking in the back, she fixates on him. And the other kids all just point directly at him. You know what he did. You know the punishment he will face.
You above all, you will be punished. She's coming for you.
Fucking weird.
She will rise again. Watch yourself.
Okay, yeah, great. Awesome. We gotta help this child, so
Yes, we do. Can you
Freaky
fucking
kids.
leave, Isaac?
Why are we on this boxcar child's fucking hit list right now? What is happening?
Stella Turner starts to ride off, and Billy Baker, as you watch this dream memory unfold, you see in the back of an old radio flyer your little sister, Audrey, at just 6. She was only 6 at this time. And your little brother, Bobby, now around 8, as they ride past, being drugged in this radio flyer through the shallow water, both of them fingers out in the air directly towards you.
What are you guys doing? I'm gonna tell Mom. I'm gonna tell Mom.
You suck, Billy.
Go home.
You
Shut
suck.
up, Billy!
You suck.
That girl's being a creep.
You suck.
No, you suck.
And Mallory showed his wiener to
I did not do that.
No,
Tell
you
them
didn't.
to stop saying that. I did not do
Mallory
that.
has a tiny penis.
Liars go to hell. Liars go to hell. Liars don't get presents.
How do you know how big Mallory's penis is?
Because he's a full-grown guy.
Billy looked at Mallory's penis.
No, that never happened.
Billy looked at Mallory's penis.
All I said was it's not small, okay? It doesn't mean that it could be any size.
I'm gonna beat you both up tonight.
Billy, do you now? Roll your grit for me, please. Difficulty of 8.
Big sink.
That's a sink.
Uh-huh.
Even with your tokens, you won't succeed, so I'd save them if I were you. Billy begins to panic. The Billy here with me, he already knows. It all flows through him at once. The train has left the station, the ride continues. How do you overcome the death of a child? How did Laura cope? How did she carry that weight, Billy? You killed so many, how do you? Did you? Are you? What is coping, Billy Baker? What is it?
It's forgetting.
The edges of the world start to crack, pulling at Billy. They start sharding out in all directions. The memory continues, pushing itself on him, as if it's on its own track, outside of your control, Billy, but it just does. And it's as if you're walking through this pane of glass. The memory like slides or frames stacked in a two-dimensional space, passing through one to another. The slide clicks. No, next, your mother. She's crying at the kitchen table. You're now inside your living room. Your father comes through the front door. Your mother looks up from tired, bloodshot, and puffy eyes. As you turn, you see your father shake his head. She quickly stands, slamming her fists against his chest, yelling at him to go back out there and find them. Find them! She looks down at you, Billy. The disappointment. That same look she gives you every time you leave her from the nursing home. You made yourself forget, Billy. But she never did. She pleads with you. Find them, Billy. Do something. Billy, your brother and sister are out there. Find them.
Okay, I'll go find them.
Please. Your father's useless. Just... You know where they like to go. They'll never tell you this, but they idolize you, Billy.
Yeah, right.
So maybe they'll go where you want to go. I don't know, but just find them. Please. The pain shatters. Forgetting was easier, Billy. The slide clicks. The radar stand outside now of the KOllOK Mall. It's flooded in this area, all but abandoned at this point. A stack of bikes, twisted and coiled together, blocked the quad glass door entrance. And you remember, as Mallory starts going over the plan with the group.
So, does everyone remember what we're supposed to do here? Because, I mean, we don't know how many of them are in there.
I wasn't really listening the first time.
Look, I know you don't like me, but I can help you. And I'm here to help.
Are you?
I highly doubt that.
Look, I don't believe it, but the last time I talked to these kids, they stopped when I told them to. Like the kryptonite or whatever you said.
We can go in and just they'll listen to reason if we just talk to them.
Yes. Children, historically known for being easy to reason with, especially when they're tiny, stupid demons rampaging and ransacking the town.
They really listened to you when you said stop talking about my tiny penis.
I'm not talking about that, okay? Because I'm not like an authority figure like
I
Isaac
didn't tell
is.
them to stop talking about his penis.
Yeah, Isaac's like the anti-Tilly, right?
Yeah.
And again, you're not trusting me when I say we should not trust this man.
Why?
What other choice do we? He's the only one that's gotten them to listen.
We have gotten ourselves this far, and a guy shows up days ago, and we're just going to trust him. He is convincing you to stop believing yourself.
Billy, you remember at this point, Laura's perspective on Isaac had started to change. It's like everybody knew, or at least thought they knew what he was, but needed him in this moment. But you still have to call it back. How did you feel about Isaac again, Laura?
Honestly, I don't super trust you just waltzing in here, telling everyone what the fuck to do. Like, who are you? You have no idea what we've been through, what we're dealing with. You say like 3 words and now you're suddenly the golden boy. Fuck this guy. How many tokens do I have?
Laura Bennett has 4 tokens available.
I want to use 3 to use rebel so I can ignore an adult with no consequences.
Billy, you remember Isaac trying so hard to convince Laura that what he said was true, and how whatever he did, whatever he said, it just didn't work. Like Emily and Laura had found a way to bounce off of his words. And you remember how unsettling it started becoming for you to watch him manipulate someone else. And you had to assume he was probably manipulating you just like that as well. But for some reason, when he was speaking, while he was speaking, you didn't hear it the way you hear it when he speaks to them. But it must be happening. It must be.
You're completely right. Fuck this nerd.
Thank you.
Christ. Let's just go in. We don't need your help. Thank you so much for all of your whatever this energy is. We've got it from here. Please, fuck off. Thank you.
I mean, you might as well come with us.
Laura, I hate this guy. He's literally he's trying to get me to forget years of my life by saying I don't have powers, but Isaac.
Oh my God.
How many tokens do I have available?
Mallory Jenkins has 5 tokens available.
I'm gonna use pity to guilt someone into agreeing with me. 2 tokens.
And, oh wow, only 2? Shit.
Cost of inflation, dude. We're back in 1991.
Wait, hold on.
It's cheap.
Isaac said he didn't have powers. Can we just...
Who would you like to...
I'd like to use it on Laura.
Continue.
Look, we did things your way once, and people are ending up dead, and Mrs. Pegg told me that if I need help, I should reach out for help, and I'm telling you right now that I need help, and what I need is for you to just maybe, like, let's try it some other way once, and then we can do it your way afterward, okay? If his way doesn't work, then we'll do it your way, and we can threaten him or whatever, but for me, please, I'm scared. You're scaring me.
You know how to...
Sorry, I'm so fucking scared.
No, that's not what I meant.
It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
There's a pause, a moment. Billy, in this memory, you see everyone nod their heads. A point's being made. A voice of reason. But you hear no voice. And you notice the blank space between the group. A phantom. Someone who was once there is now no longer. And then as whoever that was, whatever that was, they respond and just keep talking. And you have a hard time making sense of it. But it's not like you're focusing on it, Billy. Because you know what comes next. You know where this is leading. You've already seen it, you've already felt it. It's all there, all at once. But for some reason, your mind wants it. Punishment, perhaps. Only you know. But you do try and fight it. You do try and hold it. Every time you take a step forward, every time you know that one foot's supposed to go in front of the other, you fight it. You push against it. But you have to let go, Billy. We can't move forward unless you let us. Will you let us move forward, Billy?
Yeah.
You remember as Isaac, maybe possibly trying to win over some favor, starts pulling the bikes away from the door. He doesn't ask what to do next, he just starts trying to clear a path. What a fool you were. What an asshole he was. He just starts taking them down as then Mallory goes in to join. So, what's their problem with me anyway, Jenkins?
They just don't trust you because you're new. It's like, you know, we've known each other a long time, so I wouldn't take it personally or anything. It's just, you know, maybe if they had a heart-to-heart with you, like, you know,
I mean, you don't believe it, right? The things they're saying about me?
I'm keeping an open mind.
Really? They're not your friends, man. Like, don't forget how they treat you.
I mean, what you're saying makes logical sense, but it's like, I feel like they care about me. Maybe I just want to feel that way, but I think they do.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you just want to feel that way. It makes sense. You know, I would want to feel that too. I would want to feel like people care about me. For sure. You'll find it. One day you'll find it.
What am I gonna find?
People that care about you. But these people, they don't, Mallory.
I don't know, man. I can't.
Billy, you see and hear parts of this conversation and can't help but interject.
I gotta believe that they do. I mean, like, M's saved my life multiple times. And Laura's always got my back, you know, most of the time when she's not floating me in the air, and Billy's been my boy for a long time. He was like one of the first people that kind of accepted me, so.
Yeah.
Isaac is surprised to see that Billy's been standing there. Oh, hey man.
What's up? Figured you guys could use some help on the carrying the heavy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, go grab a bike. Come on, let's go.
I grabbed two.
Billy Baker starts carrying off the bikes. As he walks past Laura and Emily, concocting a plan on what to do about Isaac.
We just have to get him out.
There's something super weird going on.
Or how can they forget that we have powers? My parents have aged because of mine.
Do you still have your... So you can still... Can you still do something? Hypothetically, not gonna do anything about your... I
don't know if I want to use them because of my parents.
Yeah.
But like, how can Billy forget that he can change shit? Isaac, we have to get him away from us. Somehow.
Look, Mallory dropped that weird fucking guilt bomb. I'm gonna let it go for now, but once we get in there and figure out what's going on with these kids, I don't know, maybe he trips and we throw him to the toddlers and they could do whatever.
No, I think we just have to convince everyone else that he's bad news.
How? They don't listen to us.
We have to find a way to make them.
Hey, Billy. You're so
Billy,
strong.
always so unassuming. The amount of conversations you've heard throughout your life when people just didn't notice you. How easy it is for them to not notice you.
Hey.
What are you guys talking about?
You know, the thing we've been yelling about.
Right.
Don't trust Isaac.
He seems pretty cool. I don't know.
Billy, you have powers, you know that, right?
It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
He's got a really good point.
Let's take the logic out of it. Isaac is brand new, with no incentive to help us.
Uh-huh.
And we've been here with you through this whole crazy shit. So why wouldn't you trust us? Even if it's like a little leap of faith, why wouldn't you believe us?
Because you're saying I have superpowers.
Billy Baker, now, can I speak to you?
Mm-hmm.
Can we have a moment?
Uh-huh.
Did you know? Did you know? Were you pretending to not know? It's hard to believe. Were you scared?
I was avoiding what I'd done.
Understandable. Are you avoiding it now?
No.
Okay. All right then. I'm going to take your word for that. You find yourselves inside of the mall. Before you, a throne of TV sets, stacked nearly to the second floor. And on this upper level, hundreds of kids lining a circle as you stand in the middle of this open food court area that's been cleared out, chairs and tables stacked to the sides. As Isaac stands out in the middle, I got this, guys, come on, trust me.
No.
Kids, all right? Everybody, let's just call it off, okay? You don't want to do this. And as he starts to say, you don't, all of the kids on cue prepped for this somehow. They know. They know what you've been trying to tell your friends. They know what to do. And these kids, as he just says, you don't, they all just start screaming as children do. Screaming to where his words, his voice can't reach a single one of them. He tries getting louder. Come on, you don't want... You can see his frustration. You can see his anger as they won't listen to him. They just keep screaming louder and louder, these children in unison, flooding this mall with their sounds. The eeriness of it. It's unhuman. Until eventually Isaac just... Okay! And as he goes to stop, Stella reveals herself, climbing her way to the top of her throne. On this throne at the bottom, they've spray painted in red, the Terror.
What is the Terror?
I think it's her.
She goes to speak, and all of the children stop so they can listen.
We, the Terror, must rise up. We've seen what they've done with this world. We trusted them with this world. And now, look at it. It's broken. It's ruined. It's time to step up. It's time for a new leader. I can fix this. We trusted them with this and they broke it.
What? Laura, you were right.
And it's time for all of us to rise up and show them how this can be done. I welcome you all.
What?
To this ceremony.
What ceremony?
I am here to step up as your great Master President.
What?
Did she just say Master President?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You sound so stupid.
Hey, that's our that's our big brother. He's an idiot.
Shut up.
He's an idiot.
No, he's smart, okay? You kids should just go home.
Billy, you see your little brother and sister standing to the back side of this throne, kind of hiding behind it, pointing out.
You guys are gonna be so freaking grounded.
Nice try. There's too many of
I
us.
did see it.
You're a wuss.
You're a wuss.
You're so dumb, Billy.
Shut up. You're dumb.
Is that all you can say?
No.
We need Isaac. When he says something, they listen. If they're not listening because they know.
Hey, you there. Don't come any closer.
What?
None of you.
You're 10. Don't tell us what to do.
She's 12.
12.
Shut up.
12.
You make one move toward me and I can say one word. I can say a word and all of them, all of my terrors.
What will they do? Yeah, tell me.
They'll block you. They'll stop any move you try to make.
You first met me standing over a child's corpse. Do you think I'm scared of any of you?
That's right.
Is this your plan?
You're not
Is
scared.
this what you want?
You're not scared of hurting children, are you?
A bunch of little kids.
Murderers.
Is that what you need?
That's
Billy.
what you are.
Billy, you remember something strange about this moment, something off. Revisiting it now, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. She's not looking at the child. She's not speaking to the child right now. Stella wants her attention, but she doesn't have it. Laura's speaking to something else, to someone else. You can't hear what it says back, but Laura's having a conversation.
Fine. Let the kids go. We can figure this out, but it will be on my terms. Do you hear me? My terms.
What are you talking about? What is she talking about? You hear nothing in response, Billy.
Oh. Is that all? Fine. Gladly.
She turns towards Isaac. As she turns and starts walking directly towards Isaac, you notice some of the kids start panicking. Stella starts panic on top of her throne as well. They're not listening to her. She can feel that her grasp on them is waning, but Laura just keeps walking forward. She grabs Isaac, picking him up, wrapping her hand around his chest. She squeezes at the skin on his chest and lifts him by it up high into the sky. And she's like, whoa, what the fuck? What's going on? What's going on? Get the kids out of here. Get the kids out.
Shut up.
You don't have to listen to her. You can listen to me instead.
And I'm done listening to you. Isaac.
Roll your fight for me, please. Difficulty of 4.
You don't believe in Mallory?
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch as her fists start breaking his nose, and then his brow line, and then his cheekbones. The fists just keep pummeling this strength. It's unnatural. The kids start screaming, panicking, running, crying for the mothers, and just as they do, the doors open on the south side as water, the flood pushing its waters up to the mall, finally starts rushing its way in as the water starts creasing the bottom of the floor line. Stella starts to panic.
No. I'm the master president. I'm supposed to lead. I'm supposed to have the power here. You do what I say.
You're just a little girl.
This is the new world. There are no rules here.
This
isn't how this works.
She turns, asking for help. She sees a scared Audrey and Bobby hiding down behind the TV set. This was Stella's big day. She's got all these cameras set up. She may not know how they work. She just thinks a camera being turned on broadcasts to the world. They're not plugged in to anything in particular. There's no outputs from these cameras, but she wants them on. This was her big announcement, her big reveal. And she sees Bobby and Audrey standing down there, scared, looking for leadership, so she takes the opportunity.
This was our moment. Do it. Plug it in. Now, just do it.
I'm gonna have you roll for me, okay? This is going to be a D20, difficulty of 10.
11.
Audrey, I'm gonna have you roll for me. And you're gonna roll a D10.
Yeah.
Your lack of willpower and your fear is going to make you do what you're asked. It's just a question of how willing are you.
Do it.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Do what I say.
Now, one moment.
I do want to say that while this, while the beatdown is happening, I think, I'm sorry. Valerie, I'm sorry. This is what I do best.
I can't even look, so I'm just like looking away and trying to like. But guys, maybe we should go up to the second floor or something. The water's coming in.
The water's flooding in from all directions. Audrey, you've always looked up to your brother. You wanted him to like you, to play with you. But he always acted too cool, and like he didn't have time for you. And here, this girl, this older girl, she likes you. And just like your brother, you want to impress her.
We can do this.
Bobby grabs one side as he points to you. Get the other side, come on, let's go.
I'm gonna step over to Mallory and try to just like calm him down, noticing he's freaking out.
M steps over to Mallory and starts calming him down, Billy.
What are they holding?
They're both holding extension cords.
No, wait, don't!
We have to
don't
do this.
do that!
Do it. You can do it.
Audrey, look at me, don't do that!
It's just like we planned.
That's a very bad idea.
You suck, Billy! As Bobby and Audrey then put the cords together, and a loud pop. And then the sound of electricity flickering, popping.
No.
The flames starts emitting through these TVs. Smoke starts billowing out from beneath you, Stella.
Wait.
As you see down before you as Billy runs up to his brother and sister.
Wait.
They're not breathing.
Want to roll them over and check for a pulse?
There's no pulse, Billy. They're
Run
just...
over and help as well.
This wasn't.
Yeah.
There, they're just...
They're okay, right?
No, they're not okay.
No, they're supposed to be okay. I didn't mean to do this. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Run away.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I just, we were gonna have the new world and we were supposed to do this together. I'm so sorry. I wanna go home. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Do I have any tokens?
You have 3 tokens available.
Could I use 3 to just stop time real quick? There's been a lot of death, and I'm really afraid that this child is gonna get killed. Or hurt.
Can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind rolling a d20 for me?
Can I use my tokens so you can ignore him in this moment?
Can you just roll a d20 for me?
I acted without thinking. 4.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah, a lot worse.
They get 4 minutes older.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
You're very generous.
You stop time. Everyone freezes except for you. you see this chaos that surrounds you. And as you pull it,
Question
you know.
for the driver. Me,
Yes, Billy Baker.
current
Billy
day.
Baker of the now. Yes, you see in
Am I
this
seeing
moment
this?
all of it. You watch it unfold. You remember this moment well. You can move within it. You can move around it however you wish. But Em, you know in this moment exactly what you took from them. And you hope it was the right thing. But what are you doing?
I'm giving myself a moment to take everything in. And I don't know how long I spend staring at, like, Billy's siblings dead, thinking that if I had acted earlier, I could have stopped it. But once I've taken that moment, I go over and I pick Stella up and I walk her to the front of the mall just to get her away, because I just watched Laura beat the shit out of someone and also kill a kid earlier. And I don't want to see another body fall, even if Stella was the catalyst of all of this.
Billy, you follow. You don't remember this moment, but something about your connection is allowing for it. You walk with them. You see the kind of humanity that Em has. She always was the best of you. And when you place her down, what do you do, Em?
I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna rip a page from the journal that I always carry. I'm just gonna write, "It's not your fault. You're a kid. We all make mistakes." And stuff it in her front pocket, and then walk back inside and wait out the time.
As you wait, you kind of survey this area. You have the ability to bring it back if you want. Your control over it.
I wait for hours before I do.
Billy, you could have left this memory at any time. But you don't. She doesn't know it then, but somehow it makes you feel better now to not be alone, even if you don't speak, or she's not even aware that you're in this memory. You sit next to her and you start to process. You remember thinking how easy it would have been, that you could have changed it. Other countries, other people be damned, could have brought them back even. Made this moment never happen. But it would have. It would have to you. You would have known it happened. And that once again you had traded someone else's life for untold others. All the others. How many others, Billy, did you make feel pain like this? How many have lost their loved ones due to your actions? So he disassociates. He retreats on himself. We walk through the pane of glass. The hurt of his mother. The distance that she put between them. The years after making so much more sense now. He forgot, but she never did. Billy holds that feeling, and that thought as he retracts, sinks into himself. He forgot, but the world never did.
You may find yourself back at the start.